Yo, what's up guys? It is Bird here from Addict Gaming, and today we're going to talk about some of the changes that are supposed to be coming to Guild Wars 2 PvP. So they released a blog post on their website by Justin Odell to talk a little bit about the matchmaking and the ladder systems. First of all, the first thing that Justin wanted to mention was that before, the ladder ranking was actually based on your matchmaking rating. So whatever your matchmaking rating was, that was actually your ladder ranking. And to make changes based on the matchmaking and the ladders, they actually had to separate those two. So now your ladder ranking won't be based on your matchmaking rating, which makes a lot of sense. I'm not sure why they were actually tied together in the first place. That doesn't seem, very intuitive, but it seems like a nice change, especially with the ladder coming that they're trying to implement. So let's jump into the matchmaking and what he talks about. First of all, the matchmaking, they actually use a glicko 2 system. I haven't read a ton about glicko 2, but it basically works like this. When you first start PvP, if you haven't played any matches, they're going to give you a rating of, say, 1500, and they're going to give you what's called an RD of, say, 350. It's going to be high. What your RD is, it's a ratings reliability. And this pretty much means that the higher that your RD is, the less accurate the system can actually judge your ranking. So if you win or lose, you're gonna see really big swings. That's why, like if I play like 400 or 500 games or so in team PvP, and if I bring somebody new and we win like 5 games, they're gonna probably jump up on the leaderboards and be like, rank 600. But I might still be like rank 96, 97% percentile on the leaderboards. That's because their RD is still so high because they haven't played, so they're going to have a huge swing when they win, which also means they're going to have a huge swing when they lose. So they might, if we lose 1 or 2, they might actually go back below me. And the more games you play, the smaller your RD gets, the more accurate that the system can actually measure your skills and your actual rating. So that's the glicko 2 system. It was actually developed for chess and Go back in the... trying to find the name of the guy who did it. Can't find it, but it was, here it is, Mark Glickman. I'll put the wiki link in the description in case you wanted to take a look at it. So let's get back to the matchmaking. So that's the glicko 2 system they use. And before, they actually applied that to your whole account. But now what they want to do is they want to apply it to each profession you have separately. So you can be really good at an elementalist and it will match you up with other really good players. And then you could jump onto an engineer, or you could jump onto a necro, and then you're not so good with those classes. So your glicko rating is actually going to be a lot lower with those classes, and they'll match you with people a lot more of your skill. So it's, character based and, profession based instead of account based. So that's something they're going to try to do. They're trying to add a little more variables into the matchmaking. They're adding rank as a variable. Well, I actually don't agree with this, but they pretty much said they firmly believe that a player's rank doesn't necessarily match that player's skill level, but they feel it's a good enough indicator of experience to put that as a variable into the matchmaking system. I think the problem is that there's going to be some sort of bias for people who are still leveling up, like newer players, a rabbit or a deer. I don't know how much bias per se, but I can see like 5 rabbits and deers who are really good at PvP, who are like top-notch PvPers, but it's going to take them longer to progress through the ladder because there's this bias against them because their rank is lower. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't know how much weight they're actually going to put onto the rank as far as a variable in the matchmaking system. Another variable they're putting in is party size, and one of the things this will do is help the people who team up or queue up in team PvP in smaller groups such as 2s and 3s, so they don't have to go up against premates all the time. Basically what they want to do is they want to match this is going to be a variable in the matchmaking system where depending on how many people you queue up with, they're going to try to match you up with other people that queued up with the same amount of numbers or similar. So if you queue up with 5 people, they're going to try to match you up with other premates who queued up with 5 people as well. So people who are queuing up with 2s and 3s, hopefully won't have to go against premates all the time, and they can go against other kind of fragmented groups as well. There are also other variables they're trying to put into the game, such as team composition, ladder positioning, and dishonor from the other enemy team. And one of the things they said is they're going to try to spice things up by matching you up with closest ladder rivals. So they don't really expand on this, but I wonder if they're going to put in some sort of rival system. That'd be actually pretty cool to see in Guild Wars 2 PvP. The ladder ranking. Now, this is something I've been crying for a long time, is put a damn ladder in the game. And they're finally putting a ladder in the game. So, if you win and lose, it's not just this flat amount of rating you get based on your glicko 2 score, but basically you have an odds of victory for every match that you play. And depending on how well you do in each match, that's the amount of points you either are rewarded or negated from. So, I will put the ladder up here. You should see it on the screen now, but the ladder system. But basically, it's like this. If you have an 80 to 100% chance of winning, then you win, you get 1 point. But if you have a 0 to 19% chance of winning and you win, you actually get 3 points. So you get a lot more points if your odds of victory are a lot lower, and then you will climb up the ladder faster that way. And the same thing goes with how many points you lose. If you have an 80 to 100% chance of losing and you don't even score 200 points or more, you actually lose 3 points. And this, with 0 to 19% chance, if you lose, you only lose 1 point because you weren't supposed to win that game anyway, right? But if you actually gain 200 points or more, and you have a 0 to 19% chance of losing, or 0 to 19% chance of winning, and you score 299 points, you don't even lose points, and you can actually gain points by losing if your odds of victory are low enough. So if you have a 0 to 19% chance of winning, and you score 400 points, then you actually gain 2 points. So you clearly beat the odds of you losing in that match. So the ladder system's great. It's something I'm really comfortable with. I played Warcraft 3 a lot back in the day, and they had a ladder system as well. I just think it more accurately represents your actual ratings against other people. So I'm really glad to see them implementing a ladder system. I just hope everything goes smooth and everything works out for them with the ladders. So that is about it. There are going to be a lot more blog posts coming up in the future, so this is going to be part 1 of a series of all the changes they're trying to make to the PvP systems. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like the ladder system, if you like the changes to the matchmaking system, and just let me know what you guys think. And if you have a question, I'll be sure to get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.